December 2018. We've sailed through the night and arrived at the island of St. Kittts in the Bahamas. This is a small and hilly island, and we only have about 6 hours to spend here. Since there's not much here outside of the beaches, we opted to take a tour all the way around the island. We took a train along one side of the island and then hopped on a tour bus to come back on the other side. It was a nice day. We got a chance to relax and just enjoy the countryside. And after about 5 hours, we returned back to the ship and set sail again. When we got up the following morning, we discovered the crew left a surprise for us. It seems the crew made animals made out of napkins and spread them out all over the ship. They were absolutely everywhere. By the end of breakfast, the ship had docked at St. Maarten and we were ready for our final island adventure. Since this island has a good-sized mountain on it, we decided to spend the day mountain tubing and ziplining. Now, I've done tubing in the snow, but never on dry land, and I was surprised by just how fast you could actually go in these tubes. After the tubing, we got on a ski lift in the Bahamas, go figure, and made our way up to the top of the mountain for our ziplining adventure. There were several zip lines, and they took you back and forth across gorges with absolutely beautiful views as you were flying overhead. We had a blast ziplining from one mountain peak to the next, and then on to the next. And eventually, we made it to the end of the zip line, and then another ski lift that took us up to the very, very peak of this mountain. There were two things waiting for us at the very peak of this mountain. The first were views that went on and on and on. And the second was one final zip line that took us from the top to the very, very bottom. The line to get onto the zip line was really, really long. Fortunately, while we were waiting, we had a chance to enjoy the beautiful views. There was a band playing up there, and of course, a bar with no end to drinks. Unfortunately, the zip line had to shut down a couple of times that day, so we never got our chance to ride it down to the bottom of the mountain. And that was too bad, because we were really looking forward to riding that one last long zip line. But we had no choice. The ship was going to sail, and we had to get back on board. Our last night aboard ship, as we were making our way back to Florida, was a party. That evening, we had a formal dinner, and the girls looked very, very beautiful, followed by a magic show. Janet was selected as the magician's beautiful assistant. But instead of getting sawed in half, all she had to do was help the magician float a table across the stage. And even though she was right there, she couldn't see how it was done. So, he must have been a real magician. But as with all things, this trip too came to an end as we docked back at Port Canaveral, Florida. Our adventure through the Bahamas came to an end, but another one awaits us right on the horizon.